Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be chatting about new makeup releases. It's been about a month since my last new makeup releases video, and in that time there has been some interesting launches, so we're just going to chat about them today, give kind of my, I suppose, some hot takes and some like freezing cold takes. If you've never been here before, my name is Emma and I am an Irish content creator, and I have been making content of some form online for about 15 years now, and I have just recently got into YouTube last year, so this is kind of still quite new to me. I'm filming on my phone. Everything is a little bit rough and ready at the moment, but hopefully it is interesting. If you've been following me for a while on other social media platforms, hopefully this will be something that you will be interested in seeing. There are a good few new releases today, so let's just get into it. So I'm going to do the usual thing, which is just scroll through some of the accounts on Instagram that post about new makeup launches. So this is one that I am kind of liking the look of, and it is the Naturium Phyto-Glow Lip Balm Shimmers. There are 6 shades. This is a formula that I really like. I haven't tried this version of it, but I really like the Phyto-Glow lip balm. I've only tried the clear one, but I really like it. It's a really kind of a plush, thick formula. It's kind of like a gloss balm, which I really like. And I just used it as a lip balm, but it is quite a shiny lip balm. They've just released this shimmer range and the shades look really nice. It has a doe foot applicator instead of the usual kind of like plastic tube. This has a doe foot that kind of goes into the tube, so it's supposed to make it a little bit more precise because it is like a sparkly formula. It's meant to be more of a makeup than the Phyto-Glow lip balm, which I suppose could be used as skincare or makeup depending on your preferences. So I think these look lovely. To be honest, I'd wear any of those shades. I think they're really nice. It's nice as the nice array of warm, cool, light and dark. I think there's something that everyone would like. I mean, if you're not a shimmery lip person, then you're obviously not going to like these, but I really like the look of these. I like the shimmer. I like that they have shea butter in them, squalane. You know, they have those kind of nourishing ingredients as well as looking very shiny. So I do quite like that. Like if you're somebody who has very dry lips and you want to have your lips feeling nourished throughout the day, like as you're reapplying a lip product, I think something like this is great. You know, it's not going to be for everyone, but I really like the look of it, and I think that it looks like a nice product. It's kind of like a mixture of skincare and makeup, which I quite like on the lips. Kind of following on from my last makeup releases video, there is another brand doing the powder blushes. So this is the Saie SuperSuede talc-free powder, and there are again 6 shades, all very similar to the other ones that I mentioned in my last video. Rare Beauty, Tower 28. What else was there? There was Yesstyle, Lancome. So this is like the Saie offering in that type of product, where it's like a matte blush, and they have like these 6 similar shades, kind of like the pale pink, berry, bright pink, coral, and then deeper shades. I haven't tried anything from Saie. Some people swear by some of their products, and then some people kind of say that they're overrated, so it's not a brand that I'm like itching to test out. Their products look nice, like they look like the kind of products I would like, you know, kind of very like creams, liquids, very lightweight, that kind of thing. But a matte powder blush is not going to be for me, probably. So yeah, that is that. So all of these brands have released all of these really similar products and similar shades, and that's not the one that I would go for out of all of them. So they look nice, like don't get me wrong, they look lovely, but it's not like a product that I'm like sad that I can't buy, you know. Another new one, which is, you know, shimmering glittering lips are like literally all I'm seeing at the moment, and these are the YSL Loveshine Plumping Oil Gloss, and straight off the bat they look so similar to the Clarins lip comfort oils. They have that same kind of little packaging and the bigger doe foot, so they look a lot like the Clarins ones, which I love. So again, this is like an oil gloss hybrid, and it has like hydrating things. Oh, infused with spicy ginger oil. Okay, so I'm guessing it's like a tingly plumping product, which is not, I'm not a big fan of. Like if it was an amazing shade that I loved and I really loved the formula, I might be willing to like put up with the plumping element to it, but it's usually not something that I enjoy. I just don't like the sensation, and unless it's something that is really spectacular and something really different, then I just don't see the point in me trying a product like this. There is that shade, which is the one that I liked. I think that lavender one kind of looks interesting, but there is one kind of like a gold shade, lavender, a peach. Yeah, there's one that's kind of like a rosy brown that I think looks really nice. But I have some YSL products that I really like, and I have lip gloss oil kind of type products that I really like. So this is not something that I'm like dying to see in person. I am interested to see the reviews because I am always curious about YSL lip products because they do lip products really well. And this is something kind of new for them. There's a few shades that are shimmering as well, so that just seems to be another trend, is just like shimmery glittery lips are a big thing at the moment. The Natasha Denona Bloom palette. This is a brand I'm not really interested in for numerous reasons, which I won't get into, but you can do your research yourself if you want to kind of explore the reasons I may not possibly be interested in this brand. But yeah, it's not a brand that interests me. I just associate Natasha Denona with these huge palettes that realistically I'm not going to use. I know that people love her products and people buy like all of the new palettes and like they look, I mean, this looks really nice. I have so many palettes. I have so many of these kind of shades. There's like really nice pinky shimmers and all that kind of stuff, and like mid-toned rosy shades. I have all of those already in other palettes and other eyeshadows. I'm not looking at this going, oh, I wish I could buy this, you know. It's not screaming at me. I'm sure it's lovely on, and I'm sure that this will be somebody's dream palette, and I think that it does look lovely, but I kind of avoid Natasha Denona now. If you like those kind of peachy pinky warm tones and you feel really like shimmers, then this is going to be for you, but it's not for me. There is a new Glossier fragrance coming out. It doesn't rain but it pours. You Fleur is formulated to be a skin scent enhancer, meaning it smells a little differently on everyone. So I'm not sure, is this like an eau de toilette or an eau de parfum, or is it like just, I don't know. Because I think all of their scents are supposed to be like a skin scent. Maybe this is like a layering kind of a scent. Mineral Salt Accord, Osmanthus, Ylang Ylang, Apricot, Skin, and Cashmere and Ambrox. I love Ambrox, and I know that that's in their other scents, and it is something that I love. I love Glossier You, and I really loved the, whatever the purple one is, Rev, I think. I did like I did like that one, but I preferred Rev. I thought that was nicer. I am going to go in and smell this because I want to just see what it smells like, because I really love you know, you because I really love You, the perfume. I am curious to see what this is going to be like. I like the bottle, it's nice, kind of lilac shade. So yeah, I'll be curious to see what that smells like. Okay, so this next one I posted about on Instagram, and this is the McGrath and Candy Crush collaboration. To me, this collection, combined with the fact that Pat McGrath has just been announced as the creative director for Louis Vuitton makeup, which is a new thing for that brand, to me it just seems like Pat McGrath has given up on her own brand, and it's just I mean, don't get me wrong, every brand, every company, every makeup brand, every beauty brand, they're not in it for charity, they're in it to make money. It's a business, and you know, that is not something that is lost on me. I know that that is the case for every single brand out there. You want to make money. Pat McGrath, the iconic makeup artist, doing a collaboration with Candy Crush, the game. And it's not even, like if it was something else, you could maybe understand. I know she did the Bridgerton one, and even that to me was a bit like, why? Someone of the caliber of Pat McGrath doing a collaboration with Candy Crush for her brand, it just like, it takes it like from maybe like here, just down, 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 down. I have nothing against Candy Crush. I quite enjoyed playing Candy Crush years ago. I haven't played it in years, but I don't want a lip gloss that has like, that is the Candy Crush lip gloss. I don't want a like $40 Candy Crush matte lipstick, you know? It cheapens it for me. It cheapens the entire brand. It cheapens her name, and it cheapens those products. If I was to go and buy one of the matte trance lipsticks, which I have done before, and I'm buying it with the Candy Crush packaging, like it just doesn't look like a $39 lipstick. It looks like Colourpop, it looks like Makeup Revolution, it looks like one of those like inexpensive brands that is doing like this IP collaboration. That's just like, for those brands it makes sense, but for Pat McGrath it's like, you know, you don't need to do this, Pat McGrath. You're better than this. But at the same time, is she like, I don't know, it just feels like, okay, she's now decided to take this job as a creative director for Louis Vuitton makeup. That's obviously a really luxury brand, and yet for her own brand she's releasing a Candy Crush collaboration. I don't understand it. It's like with the Bobbi Brown and Pac-Man thing, like it cheapens the brand to me, and that's fine. Like, I'm not going to be buying this. I don't know who is going to be buying this. I didn't even know that Candy Crush was like a thing anymore, but I just don't understand who is buying this. Like, who is this for? It's for Pat McGrath's bank account, I guess, but I just can't imagine this selling well. It doesn't make sense. At least the Bridgerton collection made somewhat sense, you know. It wasn't just like an out of nowhere, like, you know, we're teaming up with a video game to make you these like weird kind of tacky like candy striped packaged things that are really expensive. Like, I just think, you know, for the likes of like Colourpop and Makeup Revolution and those kind of brands that do IP products, it's expected, it makes sense. Like, the price point doesn't contradict the collaboration, whereas like, I don't want to pay $39 for a candy stripe lipstick that has Candy Crush written on it. I've read certain things this week about the brand and about things that are possibly happening, and it doesn't sound good. From recent releases, it just doesn't seem to be a brand that she is like, her heart isn't in it, and that's fine. Like, not every brand founder has to be like wholeheartedly into their brand, but I guess when it's your name, I just feel like surely you would want to be really proud of everything that you create. Maybe she doesn't have much to do with it anymore. I have no idea. This collection is not for me, and I just don't know who it's for. And I'd love to know, like, if you are a Pat McGrath fan, have you bought this? Or like, what do you think about the brand? I just would love to know. I haven't bought one of her products in years, so I'd just be curious to know like what real like hardcore Pat McGrath fans think about how the brand is going. This is the Haus Labs Bio Radiant Glassy Highlighter Balm, and it is Glide On Ethereal Glass Skin with Hydrating Multi-Use Highlighter Stick. There are 6 non-glittery shades. It's kind of, I suppose, meant to be more of a pearl style finish. I do quite like a highlighter balm. I loved the Glossier Halo Scope. I used like, I think I went through 3 or 4 of those. I loved those, and I do think that these look really nice. I'd be curious to see what the texture is like, if it's very balmy or if it's more like a stick version of like a liquid highlighter, that kind of thing. I'd be curious to see, but they do look gorgeous. And to me, it looks like a stick version of the Kevyn Aucoin Glass Skin highlighter. I had one of those years ago and it was so gorgeous, but it was that really like, it was like a really high sheen, but it wasn't, there wasn't a lot of pigment to it. It was quite sheer. but they look like it looks like it's a similar finish to that, which I really like. They look gorgeous, but I am not going to be buying them. I have highlighters and I definitely don't need any highlighters at the moment, but they do look really nice. So I'll keep an eye out and see what the reviews of those are like. Oh, there's these NYX Buttermelt highlighters. Now, I wouldn't be mad about the packaging. I think they should have done like a version of the Buttermelt bronzer packaging. Although I suppose because they have that embossing on it, maybe they just wanted like you to be able to see that. I don't think the photos look great in this. I know they say that there's no retouching, but I don't know, maybe it's because they're more unusual colours. It looks kind of a bit strange. Like they have like, what is it called? Bright and butter, glazed butter, you butter work, butter mint, butter than gold, butter bling, butter and bronze, #1 butter. Light champagne, light bronze, frosty pink, minty green, light gold, light copper, bronze gold, holographic lavender. That holographic lavender actually looks so nice. Will it be chunky and kind of like too much in person? Like, you know, those highlighters where you turn your head and you can kind of see the base colour on your cheek and it looks a bit like muddy. And the green one's kind of cool as well, but I like that. To be honest, it's something new, it's something different. They could make nice blush toppers maybe, which is how I would probably wear them, like on top of a blush. I kind of have a soft spot for NYX and I am curious to see what these are like in person. So I'll keep an eye out for those and I'll give them a little swatch when I see them. Here is the announcement about Louis Vuitton launching their La Beauté Louis Vuitton. The luxury fashion house will release a line of colour cosmetics with Pat McGrath as creative director. First launch will include 55 lipsticks. 55 lipsticks, 10 nourishing lip balms and 8 eye palettes. Why would you want, like, why? Who needs 55 lipsticks? Just start small, Louis. The picture of Pat McGrath at the Louis Vuitton vanity case. What is going on? I'm not a big Louis Vuitton person anyway, as like luxury brands go. I'm not into like really obvious labels, really obvious like prints. You know, the recognizable kind of like monogrammed bags. It's just absolutely not me at all. And luxury, these kind of like, you know, designer fashion house makeup brands don't really appeal to me either. So I think the only one that does is probably Gucci, but I feel like they're doing something a little bit different. Louis Vuitton coming out with 55 lipsticks. Why do we need 55 lipsticks from Louis Vuitton? Louis Vuitton. New Maison Margiela fragrance. This is a never-ending summer eau de toilette, and this is a fresh citrus fragrance that captures the feeling of eternal summer. The unique Italian spritz accord, recognizable for its uplifting citrus notes, intertwines with bright notes of a freshly peeled orange and vibrant vetiver to transport you to memories of an endless Italian summer. Now, this is the Maison Margiela scents. They have their name, and then they have the provenance and period, which is the Amalfi Coast. But I always associate the Amalfi Coast with lemons. So I don't know. I suppose they say it's citrus, but there's a picture of an orange. So I don't know. Spritz Accord. So I guess that's like an Aperol spritz kind of a scent. Orange, vetiver, fresh citrus fruits. I'm definitely going to smell this because I do love most of the Maison Margiela scents. I wasn't crazy about their last one. It was like a pastry, I think it was like Madeleine, like a pastry kind of a one, and that was really sweet for me. But this sounds lovely. So like if it's more of a fresh kind of a botanical citrus, like with the vetiver and everything, it could be nice, but it also might be very sweet and kind of sickly, so I don't know. I will give it a whiff when I see it, if I see it. Okay, so this did I see it yesterday? Yeah, I saw this yesterday. This is the Pleasing by Harry Styles Big Lip and Cheek Tint, a multi-use balm. Now, I haven't tried anything from this brand by Harry Styles. Pleasing, I haven't tried anything. I know that there are perfumes and I don't know what else they have. I know they have perfumes anyway. But obviously they are trying to get into more cosmetics, and this is like this is the most boring product I can think of. Like Harry Styles, who is like known for his like fashion sense and for his style and being quite like, he's just very open with his style and he just kind of wears anything, and I love that. So then like his brand is coming out with like a tinted lip balm or lip and cheek tint, should I say. Also the imagery for this, so it's like apple blush, peachy cheeked and quite rosy, and it's all very like dark and moody, and like first of all the swatches look really unappealing. They look too similar, very warm, kind of patchy, not really like on the deepest model's skin. You could like, they all look the same. The actual models wearing the products, it doesn't sell you on it. Like, I know they're not trying to sell you the overall makeup look like the eyeshadow, but it just doesn't look right. I don't know what it is about it. The imagery just would not sell me that product whatsoever. It just feels off to me, and I don't understand why Harry Styles, who is kind of known for his like flamboyant style and his like, you know, the perfumes had this like really cool geometric packaging and like bright colors, why is he releasing this? I could just do something more fun. It's not going to become somebody's favorite product. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Anyway, one thing that I just wanted to mention, this is on Point Click Vibes, and this is a new beauty brand called Tilt Beauty. It says it's the first beauty brand to receive the Arthritis Foundation's Ease of Use certification, meaning their patented packaging has been proven easy for everyone to use, including those with arthritis and chronic pain. And it just has this really, like, first of all, the packaging, whatever about it being functional, it looks really cool. It has this like, there's this like bright yellow. It looks like kind of like rubberized maybe, so it's like easier to grip, but the packaging looks amazing and it just looks really fun. And like even the lipsticks and everything, like the packaging is really cool on those. So I do think that looks like a really fun brand, and it's just nice to see a brand that is kind of, you know, I suppose thinking it's not like a performative thing where they're like, oh, you can hold on to the thing and it, you know, it's easy to use, where it's actually, the packaging is designed to be easy to use for people who have dexterity issues or like chronic pain, arthritis, things like that. So it's nice to see. I haven't looked into reviews of it, but it's a brand that kind of caught my eye because the packaging was quite unique and colourful, and I'm interested to see what people think of the actual products as well, because obviously it's all well and good having accessible packaging, but if the products aren't good, then there's no point. So I'm interested to see about that brand. There is the new Pradascope lash lifting and lengthening mascara. It has a really odd looking wand, but I am curious because I've liked the products I've tried from Prada, so I am curious to see what that is like. The wand looks really unique. I haven't seen a wand like that before, so I am curious to see what that's like. And there is also the Prada eye pencils, and there is 7 shades, and they have that Prada green, the kind of like real pastel green. They have that. They have like a lilac, silver, a burgundy, charcoal grey, kind of a deeper sparkly grey, and then a black. I really want to get a silver eye pencil. I know that Suede has one and the Irish brand Hilden has one as well, and now Prada are coming out with one and they look lovely. I just feel like that would be such a nice simple eye look to do. Next is the new launches from Lisa Eldridge. There is the Betty eyeshadow palette, which is her spring limited edition palette. I don't think any of her palettes have been limited edition before, so this is the first time she's done that. And then the Kitten Lash Mascara in Burnt Umber, which is a rich, warm brown. I have a review of the Kitten Lash Mascara and I absolutely love it. It's one of my favourite mascaras I've ever tried. Compared to an average mascara, it lasts for such a long time before it dries out. So I thought it was really worth the money in that sense. I am so excited to try this shade because I love brown mascara, and I just think that so many of them just don't look brown, but this one really does. So I'm hoping that it will be a great shade. A lot of brown mascaras also have carmine in them, and I can't use products with carmine in them, so I'm really glad this one doesn't. And then the eyeshadow palette is like I love the look of this colour story. It's kind of unusual, I suppose. It's kind of got these like taupey mushroom, lilac purple. There's a kind of a warmer kind of gold shade in there, and then there's like that duochrome lavender blue kind of shade as well. It's an all, I guess, like an all shimmer textured kind of palette. There's no matte in there, which I'm fine with because I like shimmers. And I love the colour story. Like, I just think it's so cute that she's done it based on her cat Betty, and Betty is my granny's name in that sense, like the palette being called Betty, and that was my granny's name. So it kind of has like a special place in my heart, I guess, because of the name. And it's just very cute. And I think they have sent this to me. I think it's on its way. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is. So hopefully I will get to review this because it's limited edition. So I'll try, if I do get it, I'll try and get it reviewed as quickly as possible, because I know obviously people will want to probably buy it sooner rather than later if they are going to buy it. And you know, obviously it's not going to be for everyone because it has lilacs in it. Like, there's kind of 3 more neutral shades and then 3 kind of a little bit more colourful shades, and that's not going to be for everyone. Like, if you don't like lilac, if you never wear purple eyeshadow, there's no point in you buying this palette. Like, you're never going to use it. But if you like purples, or if you haven't tried them yet and you would like to try them and you want to play around a bit, it's a nice way to do it. So I am excited to try these, and hopefully I'll get to, like, I love these kinds of colours. So I am really curious to see what this is like in person, because it looks so gorgeous from all the videos and photos I've seen so far. It looks really nice. So I'm curious to see what that's like. I'm going to leave it there because I'm starting to get a bit of a dry throat and I need a glass of water. So I guess that's a sign to finish up. There's nothing hugely new or interesting there. It's all kind of samey. Obviously I'm always going to be curious about the Lisa Eldridge products, the new ones, because it's a brand that I love, and I am curious to see what those are like. And you know, it's just kind of a bunch of stuff that just doesn't really, there's nothing majorly exciting. There's nothing that is tempting me to break my nose by, all that kind of stuff. It's all very the same. I like the look of the Haus Labs highlighters, all that kind of stuff. To be honest, there are more products that I'm interested in from Asian beauty brands, Korean beauty brands, Chinese beauty brands, Japanese beauty brands. There are more products from those kind of brands that interested me. And maybe I should do like a new releases of Asian beauty brands, because I think that might be a little bit more interesting than some of the ones that I've seen recently. There's just nothing that is exciting me too much, and I suppose it's a good thing because I'm not tempted to buy anything. If you've watched this far, please do let me know your thoughts, because I'm always curious to know what other people think, because I'm just kind of like, is it just me who thinks this, or like, are all these products just so bizarre? Yeah, thank you for watching or listening, and please do give me a little thumbs up if you liked the video. Leave me a comment and let me know your thoughts on the products that I talked about today. I'm very curious to know. And yeah, that's it. Do let me know if you have any videos you would like to see from me, and that is everything. I will see you next week with another video. Goodbye.